From time to time we have to deal with the more crazy stuff in politics, and this is one of it. It is Fish and Flash. It is one of the really big and quite good platforms in Middle Europe where conservatives and progressives tend to discuss with each other, write blogs and so on, and it is quite civilized in this regard. And of course, thanks to Google Translator, I can show it to you in English. So, because in original it is of course German, so if you are able to speak German, then I would suggest you get this article and read the whole article in its whole wonderfulness in German. So I will not read every sentence for various reasons. First, I don't like it when YouTubers do that and just read an article for me. I can read myself, thank you very much. And I think this is just a waste of time. So if you want to read it, you can just stop the video and read the whole thing for yourself. And can point out that I understood something wrong, but then I will go back to the German thing. So let's dive into that. So the thing is, this girl, and she's one of the very few hard lefties who is left on Fish and Flash, because all others converted right now to be at least centrists, but she and Robbie are still there. So okay, let's dive into that. So in the course of Earth's magnetic measurements, she points out that there was a measurement of the Earth magnetic field, and there is a suspicion that below Africa there's some stone thingy that weakens the flowing of iron, of molten iron, because there is a big stone in the end, and this is what somebody said. So the interesting thing is, she went then over and said, oh, my thought was, is this the real reason why people escape from Africa? Do they feel that there's something brewing under the earth, under their feet, and that it has global repercussions? So it's not Gaddafi's murder and Max Axius. This is the real reason. So Africans feel that because they have some sense for that. And she now goes to Seite Grenzwissenschaft aktuell, which is around UFOs and Yeti and things, and Galileo, which is it's the cheapest science format you could imagine. So she points out that dolphins and dogs have this sense, so mans can have this too, because it is unconscious and thing, and in the wilderness and blah blah. So in the end, we can't feel it, but the Africans, they feel it. So in the end, it is not that the Africans live in absolutely crappy societies because they did build crappy societies. That's not the reason. The real reason is that it has something to do with the magnetic field. So she goes on and on and on and cites things that are worth absolutely nothing. So in the end, she points out that a big earthquake will come and will kill all these Africans if we do not let them into Europe. And I mean, this is quite a stretch, isn't it? To say, oh yeah, in some years there will be a big earthquake, and it will kill all people in Africa, and you will be to blame because you did not let him into Europe. The Africans are fleeing from an imminent earthquake. Come on. I mean, come on. The thing is, what you can see when you read the whole thing is, first of all, of course, it is batshit crazy. Second of all, the arguments are gone. All the arguments that it has something to do with politics and so on, it's over. It's absolutely over for these people. They do not care anymore, because we pointed out that people flee from shitty societies because they are shitty. And the solution for a world that is partly good, like in the West, and partly shitty, like not in the West, is not to take all the people from not the West in and put into the West. No, it's going out and make the world more Western in nature. And this is something that they cannot swallow. So they point now out with articles like this that it has absolutely nothing to do with a society or with the civilization, or the lack of a civilization in this case, that the people go over. No, it has something to do with a superpower that only the Africans have. And they feel that an earthquake is coming and we will be all to blame if we do not let him into Europe. As you can see, it has not a high rating. I mean, people don't like that. That's the thing on Fish and Flash. The people who are really so into this hard left thing they're all gone. There is nobody left. So it is in a very tiny minority of those who are politically active. This is a very tiny minority, and we are above the peak of crazy right now. Now it goes downhill. A lot of people see now how crazy this whole thing is, and they have nothing else. There is no way to go anymore. There is no way to go. The only way they can use now is this: mysterious powers under Africa. And the next thing, there are ghosts or something. Oh yeah, ghosts and ghouls, and oh, there might be a zombie apocalypse, and we should leave them all into come to Europe or something like that. It's crazy. It's crazy talk, and people see that, and that's the interesting thing. People see that, and from my point of view, I mean, this was one of the highlighted articles by Fish and Flash. From what I have, I think there are some people who want to push left agenda and right agendas. I mean, they are quite, they do that quite fairly. They highlight left-wing and right-wing articles more or less alike. But when you highlight something as crazy as this, I think this goes on the quota on the conservatives to say, hey, come on, I do not post one of the conservatives today because I want to post that, because this furthers the cause of the conservatives way more than any article, any serious article of a conservative could ever do. So, thanks for watching. Like, share this, please. I often say like, share and subscribe like everybody else, but this is one of the things that you can't share all that easily because it is German and it gives a view into the mind of the German and Austrian leftists because of this translation. And I think it's gold. I think it's really gold. So I love this thing. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.